and rubbed the place in it, and you know, he was reason it was smoking so bad, and then we came in and changed it.
Apparently showing a lot of smoke again in Jeff Bodine, and Waddell Wilson will go back and talk to his driver, so possibly a problem again for that right front.
Hendrick cars running together again, Jeff Bodine and Darrell Waltrip, and Dick Johnson has parked his car on the tire barrier. I don't think he wanted to do it that way, but...
There's the camera. We talked about a horizon a moment ago. That certainly is a camera shot. And I'll tell you what, they might have to throw the caution flag because of this.
I'll have to come in. You can have a look.
He's telling the course workers.
Well, he certainly is not going to have traction even if he gets the engine cranked, because the front end is up on those tires. And as Vinny said, he's pretty close to the racing surface there.
Dick Johnson, can you hear me?
It's okay.
Dick Johnson, this is Bob Jenkins at ESPN. Can you hear me? Well, apparently not.
Yeah, I can hear you.
You can hear me?
Hey?
What happened, Dick?
Well, there's obviously a bit of oil up here, and I fired up in there probably a little bit quick. And it just sort of slipped off the road a little bit, like it's as slippery as a butcher's block up here. There's more gunk on the road than there is on the kitchen table.
Dick, you had a great run. How did your day go prior to this point?
Well, I'm just waiting for these turkeys to lift me off here. All I want to do is get back and have a go.
We like your accent, too. Welcome to Winston Cup.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I just want to get to the finish. You know, I've come a long way to have a race, and I'd like to get to the finish.
All right, we'll see what happens. Thanks a lot.
They've thrown the caution flag, Dick Johnson, so there'll be some help there in just a little bit.
So a full course yellow does come out on lap number 66. Lap number 67 make it.
Oh, my goodness. Now what do you do?
You got to pit.
You think so, Ned?
I think so.
Somebody's going to stay out there. This is in the lead lap.
They probably will. Yeah, some of them will. You got 16 cars still in the lead lap, maybe 15 now after.
And only 7 laps to go.
7 laps to go. And, folks, there is a single foul restart. All NASCAR races, most of the NASCAR races that you see here on ESPN is a double foul restart, just like the start of the race. Not so on the road course. It's a single foul restart. So if you make a pit stop and 20 cars stays on the racetrack, you've got to start 21st.
Yeah, I believe I'll take that back. I believe you got to stay out there. It's judgment time. We'll see.
The pit entrance at the moment is closed. The cars right now are in corner number 7. Now the pace car, remember, picks them up in corner number 8, so they are approaching as we see Jeff Bodine having the continuing problem with the right front corner of that car.
Yeah, he was just in for a pit stop and went a lap down, at least a lap down. Yeah. He's still having a problem.
Now the pace car should be picking them up here at any moment in corner number 8. And then when the pace car does pick them up and past the pit entrance, it will be open.
Watch this now. These guys have got the jack on the pit wall. They got the windshield thing out. But this might be a little bit of a trick. They might be trying to feint the other guys into thinking they're going to stop and stay on the racetrack.
Now, if you're about 5th or further back, then maybe it's time to come in. Yeah, here they're acting like they're going to bring Rusty in, too.
But are they? That's the key. Are they or are they not?
Well, we'll know here in just a moment. Pit road is open. Nope, nobody is coming in. So much for that. So Dick Johnson's car will be taken from the racetrack as we're only 7 laps away from the end of this race. Who'll win it? Interesting afternoon of racing here at Sears Point. There is Dick Johnson. His car has gotten off of the tire wall and now is back on the race course. He is the reason for this full course yellow that we are under at the moment. The car ran off the course as he got in some oil. Here it is, and here's how it sounded. Well, he was a little upset with himself or the car or the track or something. In any case, Johnson slides off into the tires, but is back on course.
headed
a little
for
front end damage, a lot of front end damage, as a matter of fact, to that car. The wheels are not exactly headed in the right direction. He probably has one of those steering arms bent, as we saw him off with Dick Trickle's car a little bit earlier here today. So he might be able to finish it, but they have a lot of work to do on the car before he will be able to.
Wish I could understand Australian. Because, you know, it looks like that a while ago he's talking about a butcher's block. Jackaroo, what was all that deal a while ago when he was all standing in the middle of pit road?